guys. Wow. Oh my gosh, I've never looked worse in my life. This quarantine is doing things to me. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I groom / do my eyebrows at home plus tint them. That was really all over the place, but basically how I tint my brows at home, it's super easy, super fast. I've been doing it for years and it's my absolute favorite thing to do because I personally hate doing my eyebrows. It is one thing in my like makeup routine that I do not like doing. It's super repetitive to me. It's not creative at all and I just like don't enjoy it. So being able to like on a day-to-day basis just run a brow gel through my brows is like my all-time favorite thing, and that's what I've been doing for years. So tinting your brows just helps you maintain a perfect brow for weeks. I haven't done mine in over a month because I wanted you guys to see what my brows look like without anything in them at all, how they look natural. Oh, I'm so grateful that I can enjoy a delicious cup of coffee every morning. This is the kit I've used for years, probably like 4 years now. I think I've been tinting my brows for like 4 or 5 years now. This is by Godefroy. It's a tint kit for spot coloring. It deposits only permanent color, will not lighten. I use it in the color medium brown, and this I have found just does the best job at giving me a nice tone. This is my second kit already, and this is the kit that I've used the longest. This is actually a brand new kit, so I'm really excited. I lost I lost the brush, the cup from my old kit, so this is brand new. This is what it looks like. This is how it comes in. So it's different. They changed it. It used to be a bottle, now it's like a little squeezy tube, which is actually better. This is a 3% 10 volume developer, and then it comes with a little angled brush like that, and then it comes with little capsules and this little cup here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these capsules are a pain in me butthole. Okay, these capsules suck so bad. I wish they just would come in like a container of powder or something, because the capsules give me the hardest time. Like I struggle opening up a capsule, and the thing is, one capsule is way too much product. I have like one capsule for me is enough for 3 times of tinting my brows, literally 3 times. So this comes with 20 capsules, which is supposedly like 20 applications because they're pre-measured, but it's way too much product and I think it's such a waste. So I usually use 1/3 of a capsule or half of a capsule. The kit is really inexpensive. It's like 20 bucks, I believe, and it lasts me a really long time. So even if you divide it into 2 applications per capsule, that's 40 applications. And I typically tint my brows just once a month. Sometimes if I know that I won't have time or whatever, then I'll do it every 3 weeks, but typically I do it every 4 weeks. This is my current like brow situation. As you can see, my brows are just a hot mess. I have not cleaned up in a really long time. I'll squeeze. Okay. I typically tweeze like 1 or 2 hairs every single day. That way I keep my brows maintained and I don't ever have to sit there for like 15-20 minutes, you know, tweezing them. I basically just tweeze, and I do not wax or thread. I used to do it all the time when I worked at the salon, and I had you know, a girl that did it for me, and I really did love the way that it looked. But I also feel like I don't need that much maintenance. Like I'm not somebody that would go out of my way to go somewhere to get my brows done. Maybe like once every few months or something, but not for like a consistent thing. Like I actually prefer a more like bushy kind of messy brow. I just like it to be really clean, obviously, like under here and then like up top if I get any strays. Unfortunately, I do not have my favorite tweezers on me at the moment because I forgot them in LA. I'm currently in Sacramento. I'm just visiting my fam and staying with them through this time. but I'm so used to my tweezers. You know when you just get used to something? I've had those tweezers for years, and so using other tweezers is going to be really uncomfortable. If I'm like, a spoolie to me is key through this entire process. At home, I actually have a mirror that's like a close-up mirror, so I use that to get like all the little stray hairs, and then I will flip it over to get like any hairs that are actually shaping the brow, because girl, you do not want to do your brows in a like magnifying mirror shaping them, because you are going to be surprised in the end. Trust me, I've done it before, and then I was like, oh, where did half my brow go? It looks so good in the magnifying mirror, and then you turn it around, you're like, so don't do it. I find that if you pull really close, like if you grab the hair onto closer to the actual root of the hair, it doesn't hurt as much. And I feel like you get a better grip and you get a better pull. Do you see that little sucker? Yes, honey, with the root. You want it with the root. All right, now I'm gonna brush all the hairs down. I'm gonna do the same thing. So I feel like when you brush it down, you're just kind of able to see the strays more. And I'm also able to kind of see the shape of my brow a little bit more too. When it's kind of brushed down, you can see that, you know, there's a line here, a little bit of an arch there. Oh, there's a squirrel. Oh, he's so cute. Easily distracted. At this point, my brows are pretty much there. Honestly, I don't have any motivation to like really go at it. There's still like a few little stray hairs, but they're really light, so you can't really tell. And I don't care too much about the lighter ones as long as like the really dark ones are gone. But basically I am going to now just trim the hair. Trimming to me is like really important, because then my brows actually listen and they'll stay in place when I put brow gel through them. So what I do is I just brush the hairs up as far as I can, and I typically maintain it pretty well, so I'm probably not gonna have to cut all that much off this time around, because I do like to trim them quite regularly because my brow hairs do get really long. And I just basically trim all that you see that's like kind of out of place. So I just go and I literally will cut it like that. And less is more, so if you've never trimmed your brows, I definitely recommend that you start off with less. Do like little by little little by little, so that you don't end up trimming too much hair, because I've definitely done that when I first started trimming my brows. And I used to think that there's like kind of no purpose of trimming brows, and then once I went and had my eyebrows like threaded and she trimmed them, I was just like, oh my gosh, the shape laid so much better. And I feel like it almost made my brows look fuller because the hair is a little bit shorter, so they just lay so much better. This eyebrow just is like wonky for some reason. I have like a little edge there that like needs to grow out. I need to put a little castor oil up in there because that little gap bugs me. This is like my bad brow. When I brush my hairs up, it looks fine. That's why I like brushing the hair up, but yeah, this is my good brow. I went ahead and put a little bit of the powder from the capsule. Actually, these capsules are improved because it was a lot easier to open them up. It's about how much I put inside of it. That is half of the capsule. And then I'm just gonna squeeze in some of this. Eyeball everything. So I just squeeze about that much. mixing it up.
And now I'm dipping my brush into the color. This is the angled brush that comes in the kit, which is really, really handy because it's angled. It's almost as if you're filling your eyebrows in. So I go ahead and apply the color. When I'm applying it, I really make sure that I pack it in and almost like push it into my eyebrow. This just ensures that you get every single hair and it's really nice and coated. I also start in the middle of my brow and work towards the tail of my brow. I also use Q-tips in the process just to clean up any edges, any lines, make them crispier. And I also am doing the same thing on the other side. I started in the middle of my brow and work towards the tail of my brow because that's where I want it to be the darkest. I leave the inner corner blank just for a minute because I basically want it to be a little bit lighter there. So I set my timer to 3 minutes, and once 1 minute passes, I go ahead and fill in that inner corner. Basically, the longer you leave the color on, the darker it is, and I want the inner corner of my brow to be ever so slightly lighter because it just makes it a little bit softer. This is totally preference. If you want, you know, a full dark brow all around, you can leave it on and put it on at the same time, but I prefer a little bit of a softer effect, a little bit more of a natural effect. So I basically take it off after the 3 minute timer is up, and I go ahead and do the same thing again. I do a double process because I find that it makes the tint last a lot longer. It just fades so much slower, and that leaves a total of 6 minutes on my brows, and to me it's perfect. So that's it. Voila.
So they will look a little crazy, just a little bit, for the next like day or two or so. Because it stained like my skin so much, it looks a little bit more intense. And whoa, brows. That's all you see on my face, like just brows. Once the like color off the skin fades, they're gonna be perfect though. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, girl. It really helps me. It makes my day, and I will see you in my next video. I am editing the video right now, and I realized that I totally forgot to mention hydrating brows after you color them. I think it's super, super important. Just like you take care of your hair, I personally like to do jojoba oil. This is the bottle that I use. I just get it off of Amazon, and I love it. I have it in right now. It's just really, really hydrating. I'm like totally in love with oils. It just keeps your brows nice and hydrated and healthy. So yeah, I just wanted to really quickly tell you guys that.